Good morning, everybody. Welcome to San Antonio Living. I'm Shelly Miles. Graduation is finally here. And whether you're attending a party, sending a gift, or celebrating with family, there are many questions that need answering. And that's why we brought in our etiquette expert, Diane Gottsman, to help. Hi, Diane. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, but I'll tell you what, a lot of people have questions about graduation. We're out of practice. Maybe you didn't attend last year because of COVID. So let's get right to it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, the first question is about graduation being limited, right? So they did invite a lot of people to graduation. Can they still send out a graduation announcement to people that aren't invited to the event?
Absolutely. Because
Right.
if there's only 6 or 8 people that they can invite, there are so many more people that they want to share their joy. So feel free to send out that announcement.
Okay. If I receive a graduation announcement, do I have to send a gift or only if I've been invited to the ceremony?
If they are your friend or close family member, you're going to want to send a gift because, again, keep in mind there's only a limited amount of seating at the actual graduation.
Right.
So if you would give them a birthday gift, I would send them a graduation gift.
What is a good amount of money? I always wonder to send. Does it depend on how close you are?
It does. And there is no one size fits all because you
Okay.
can be really close and still your budget may prohibit it. So just give something thoughtful. That's the key. There is not a number. You know, it could be $5 to $50. So do what is comfortable for you and your budget.
Okay, good advice. Who do you send a graduation announcement to? Like everybody, just family?
So I think a good baseline would be, and you know, usually mom and dad or mom and somebody, family members are sending out the invitations with you because they have their own list. So think about it as the holiday list. If you send them a greeting card and they are close to you, and I was going to say I'm not talking about clients, but maybe a client or two as well if you're
Hmm.
close with them. Use that holiday list as your guide, and then
Okay.
edit from there. You can
Okay.
always cut back.
Okay, sounds good. Is it okay to add a graduation gift registry to your announcement?
Okay, this question I really want to talk about. I say no. You know, some people use registries for graduation. They also use them for birthdays. Save it for weddings and baby showers. You know, I think it's going a little bit overboard. So just word of mouth is the best. If you have a question, ask the family member or ask them yourself if you want to know if they want something
Okay. So
particular,
what if
specific.
you didn't know, like you didn't get a graduation announcement, but you know them and you still want to give them a gift? Is that okay?
Absolutely, do it. It's a nice gesture and they'll appreciate it.
Okay. Does the graduate have to stay at their own party for the entire time?
So generally, you would want to stay at your own party if you were the guest of honor. But for graduation, it's a little bit different because there are multiple people having graduation parties. So stay, say hello to your guests, and then you can politely excuse yourself shortly after.
Okay, good tip. Okay, so say you know that there's a graduation party going on. You didn't get an official invitation, but it's an open house. Is it okay to drop in?
So I think an open house still requires an invitation, especially right now. There's light at the end of the tunnel with this pandemic, but still, I think that we need to be cautious. So the person that is having the open house may or may not want an additional guest. So I'm going to say, you know, if you're not invited, if they didn't say drop on by, you might want to skip it.
Okay, good tips. All right, so let's talk about the graduation party. Who makes the toast at the party or dinner?
So I think whoever wants to make the toast, it's perfectly fine. But certainly at the dinner, mom, dad, family member, even a close friend.
Okay. Does the graduate have to say anything at the dinner party, like make
Yeah,
a speech?
he, yes. Well, maybe not a long, blown out speech, but the
Okay.
graduate should say something like, "Thank you all for coming. I know many of you." And again, this may not be the same people. The number of people that you invited to the graduation ceremony, there's going to be more people
Okay.
sitting at that table. So thank everyone for coming. I think
Okay.
that's what the graduate needs to say.
Okay, say it's a small family dinner. Does the boyfriend or girlfriend get to come?
I say yes. You know, when possible, you want to include the boyfriend or girlfriend because that is, you know, that is an extension of that relationship. So if there's room at that table, feel free to invite them.
Okay, so we're still in a COVID world, and someone wrote in with this question. They want to know if they can limit the celebration to only those that have been vaccinated.
So I think that it's really a personal preference. So if your family feels really strongly about it, this is your family, your home, or your gathering. But in general, I'm going to give you a general tip just because this is going to be happening more and more. When you are having parties, when we are opening up and having parties in our home, I think that what we do is we talk to the guests in advance and say, listen, I'm going to have a gathering next Friday. Are you comfortable coming if one or two people may not have been vaccinated yet? And if they say, no, I'm not, then say, well, listen, I want you there, but next time, I'm going to catch you next time. We all have different preferences. I think right now we're walking a very fine line, and I think that we should be kind and compassionate rather than judgmental.
Absolutely. Kind and compassionate. Perfect words. Diane, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much for answering all these questions. I'm going to give everybody your information. Diane is here in San Antonio at the Protocol School of Texas. If you've got questions, you can find her on Instagram at Diane Gottsman, online at dianegottsman.com.